Hey everyone, it's Affy, and today I have a book haul for you. I've got a giant box of books sitting in front of me, and I didn't count to check and see how many there are, but I'm guessing it's about 50 plus. So I'm not going to chit chat too much. I'm just going to hop in. A lot of these are authors that I haven't read before. I think the only author I have in here, well, I have two authors. Victoria Alexander I've read, and Kate Bateman I've read. Every other author in here I've never read before, and I do have multiples of certain authors, like multiple books by certain authors. So this should be fun. I'm gonna just pick the book up, show you, and put it away so it's not gonna be too long of a video. The first few books I have here are by the same author, and they are all part of the same series. I don't know what order they're in, but it's Anne Gracie. This is The Winter Bride. The Christmas Bride. The Autumn Bride. The Summer Bride. These are all something bride. The Spring Bride. And that's the last one. So this should be, I've heard a lot of good things about this series as a whole. I think Jesson from Jesson Reads Romance, hopefully that's correct. She read this series and had amazing things to say about it. So when I saw that it was all available on Thrift Books, I bought the whole series. The next two books I have here are by Loretta Chase. I have Captives of the Night. And then I finally got an original copy of Lord of Scoundrels. And apparently these are part of a series, which I did not know that. I think Lord of Scoundrels is actually like the second or third book in the series. So it's not even the beginning of the series. It's just the most popular in that series. So I'm going to check out Captives of Night when I have a chance, because I like Lord of Scoundrels so much, and if her writing in the other books is as good as Lord of Scoundrels, I'm sure I'll love it. The next two books are by Celeste Bradley. This is Scoundrel in My Dreams. This is part of the Runaway Brides series. And this has a step back. Let's see. There we go. And then the second book in the same series, Devil in My Bed. And I think this also has a step back. Yeah, so there's that. I do have a few of her books, so maybe at some point I'll eventually get to her. But I think I just saw that those two were part of a series, and so I grabbed them. You know me in series. I love my series. The next few books are all by Donna Fletcher. This is not an author I've ever read before, and I don't really know anything about her, so I'm not sure why I picked these all up, but I did. So here we go. We've got Taken by Storm. Loved by a Warrior. This one looks like it's probably Scottish or like Highlander. Bound to a Warrior. I think this is another Scottish one. He's got his kilt down there. Under the Highlander's Spell. I'm gonna assume these are all Highlanders, actually. Maybe that's just her area of expertise. And then we've got the Highlander's Bride. So yeah, I think these are all Scottish / Highlander novels. So maybe that's just what she writes. Kind of like Karen Rainey. The next two books are by an author named Julia London. Not somebody I know anything about, but I think these two are part of the same series called The Desperate Debutantes. So the first one is The Perils of Pursuing a Prince. Sorry. And this has a step back. And then the other book I have is The Hazards of Hunting a Duke. And this also has a step back. That one's kind of nice. I like that one. The next few books that I have, well, this is quite a few books actually. These are all by an author named Gail Kalen. Again, not somebody I know anything about, but I saw that a bunch of her books were on sale, and so I grabbed them. So the first one is The Lord Next Door. And this has a step back on the back there. The Duke in Disguise. This one has a step back on the back. I love those colors on that step back. That's really beautiful. The Viscount in Her Bedroom. No Ordinary Groom. Never Dare a Duke. The Beauty and the Spy. A Woman's Innocence. Never Trust a Scoundrel. And this one has a step back on the back there. It's a bathtub step back. I love those. And I think she's in a bathtub in the front too. That's a bathtub right there. So that's pretty sexy. And Never Marry a Stranger. And we've got some topless action going on in the back here. The next set of books are all basically cover buys for me. These are authors that I've never read before. They're much older authors, so like historicals from back in the 80s, 90s. But I really only bought these because I love the covers of them. So that's why I say they're cover buys. But the first one I have here is Constance O'Banion. This is September Moon. I just love the colors in this one. The pastels are beautiful. We've got Enchantress, also by Constance Banyan. I just love the drama. She looks so dramatic in that one. Laurie McBain, this is When Splendor Falls. I've got a Catherine Coulter here. This is Night Shadow, and I really like I really love the illustration on this one. We've got Judith E. French, Fortune's Mistress, and this one I love the tropical, almost paradise look, and the blue is it's just beautiful. This one's gorgeous. And then the last one is by Rosemary Rogers. This is The Wanton, a wanton woman. I don't know if you can see the two of them laid up in the bed there. The next few books I have here are by an author named Melody Thomas. She's got a few Highlanders and some other stories here. But we've got Claimed by a Scottish Lord. A Match Made in Scandal. Wild and Wicked in London. Passion and Pleasure in London. And then it looks like I missed a Sandra Hill book, but this is The Tarnished Lady. And I really like that cover as well. The next few books are all by Mary Jo Putney, who's another older historical romance author. I know of her, I just haven't read anything by her yet. But this is Petals in the Storm. And I don't think any of these have step backs, even though they've got the little side right here. So that's a bit annoying. We've got Angel Rogue. We've got here a few books by the Rogues Redeemed series. This is Once a Rebel. I like the cover on this one. And then Once a Scoundrel. I've got Uncommon Vows. That one's just kind of plain. And then this last one looks like it's probably from the 80s. Yes, winner of the 1988 Romantic Times Award for Best New Regency Author. Still Mary Jo Putney, but The Rake and the Reformer. So that one's pretty old. This is almost as old as I am. So those are all my Mary Jo Putneys. I've got a hardcover here. This is Beverly Jenkins. This is Midnight. I was missing this one in my collection. And I'm still looking for Always and Forever. That's the last hardcover Beverly Jenkins book that I am trying to get my hands on. And it has been hell trying to get this book. I am having such a hard time finding this book. But I'm really excited about having this one. Looks like I missed one of my cover buys, but this is by Shirley Busby. This is While Passion Sleeps. Look at the drama. Look at her neck. Like how far back that neck should be snapping. Actually, let's not say that. Let's pretend I didn't say that. Her neck is very far back though. It's concerning. I've got a Karen Rainey here. This is Tapestry. I know the Historical Hellions are actually reading this book, I believe this month. So I'm pretty excited I have it. I'm considering joining in and reading it as well so that I can watch their live on this book. So I might add it to my TBR for April. The next few books I have are all by random different authors. So the first one I have is Anna Campbell. This is My Reckless Surrender. Lots of yellow on the cover. We've got some backless dress going on there. I've got a Victoria Alexander here. She is an author I've read before. This is Desires of a Perfect Lady. Let me see what our step back looks like. Ooh la la. Okay. I like it. I like it. I've got Paula Quinn. This is Seduced by a Highlander. I've heard somebody talk about Paula Quinn before and said that her Highlanders are pretty good. So I'm going to try getting other books in this series and see if I have a chance to check her out. Hopefully by the end of this year. The next one is by Shauna Galen, If You Give a Rake a Ruby. I've got Christy Caldwell, Along Came a Lady. Got Lindsay Sands, Sweet Revenge, and she's an author that I have read before. In fact, I think I have pretty much all of her books. Amelia Gray, Only a Duchess Would Dare. And then Christy Carlisle, Lady Meets Earl. This one's got a really pretty cover. So there's those. Oh. And then I've got Tracy Ann Warren, The Princess and the Peer. So those are all the books by random authors. The next few books I have here are by Kate Bateman. I'm pretty sure these are all part of the Ruthless Rivals series, I think. I've got A Daring Pursuit, and I'm currently in the middle of reading this series. In fact, I'm reading the first book right now. So there's that one. Orchids and Mistletoe. I think this is part of the Ruthless Rivals series, sorry. I think this is part of that series, but I'm not 100% sure. I know Desert Island Duke is, because it says right on the cover. And I really like the cover of this with the background, the tropical background. I've got another Victoria Alexander here. This is Yesterday and Forever. This one is in a really, really large print and size, so it's kind of annoying to hold it up. But yeah. Yesterday and Forever. I've got 3 books by Minerva Spencer. These are all part of the Rebels of the Tawn series. We've got Outrageous. We've got Infamous. And these covers are pretty cute. And then I've got Notorious. And I don't know, but I think there might be more books to this series, so I need to find out. I want to have the whole series available so that I can read the entire thing. The next few books I have are by an author named Vanessa Riley. I've bought, I think, all of her books so far. I believe so. I just went ham and bought like a bunch of her books. So I think I have all of her backlist. But this is part of her Advertisements for Love series. We've got The Bittersweet Bride. We've got The Butterfly Bride. The Bewildered Bride. And I think most of these are interracial. And then I've got The Bashful Bride. Yeah, so these are interracial historical romances. And then I've got a few books by an author named Kimberly Lemming. You might have heard of her. I don't have this entire series yet, but I do have Mistletoe, which is the Christmas book in this series. This is the Mead Mishaps series. So I've got book 1, That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. And these are supposed to be very, very funny books. Book 2, That Time I Got Drunk and Yeeted a Love Potion at a Werewolf. And if the titles don't tell you how funny these books are, I don't know what will. I'm missing the 3rd book, but then I have another book by her that's apparently an erotica. This is 2 Scoops of Hellfire. And this one is a novella. It's literally maybe like 70 pages, if even. Let's see. This book is 21 pages. So this is probably just like one sex scene and nothing else. Like 21 pages. So yeah. But those are all the books I had for my haul. This box has been sitting around waiting for me for months now. In fact, I did record a haul for these books about 2 months ago, and I recorded it 4 times and could not get it done. And so this is technically my 5th time recording this haul, and if it doesn't go right this time, I will cry in my bed like a little baby. I'm hoping this one works. So if you've made it to the end of this video, give me a bird emoji. And I don't know how many different bird emojis there are. Maybe the dove. Give me the dove emoji. And we'll do that for this video for today. So hopefully you made it to the end of the video, but if you did, thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with more videos soon. Bye.